Part 6, Mighty Number 9. We're all tired. It's the end. It's almost the end of the game, so let's just do this.
Thank Christ.
I'm tired. I woke up just now.
And this is the part where we get to play as Call, the nut roll of this game.
This was the dumbest level to me. Like, because it's a Mega Man game where you don't shoot. Like, why? Why would you...
It's Metal Gear.
I mean, this was a Kickstarter backer bonus. Like,
so it's your fault, Clement. It's your fault, Ted. It's your fault, Johnny and Derek.
Honestly, you see, I only gave, like, enough money to get the game.
You
so I kind of treated mine as a pre-order.
No, you fucking gave them their money. Everything to do with this game. It's like, if you hate Sonic 4 Episode 2, blame Skylar. Everything wrong with this game is all down to you dumbasses.
So does that mean you're in the credits too, right?
Yeah, I don't remember what my number is or whatever, but I'm in the credits. Yeah.
I only was able to find Johnny and Derek's.
I mean, I could look it up if I gave a shit.
See, Gareth accused me, but I didn't back this on Kickstarter,
you didn't?
so joke's on you, Gareth.
I thought you did. You're such a Mega Man fan, I'm surprised you didn't.
I know, this isn't Mega Man. It's not Mega Man. And also, by the time I heard about the Kickstarter, it was already finished, pretty much. So I was just like, hey, it's done. I don't need to add to this.
They ain't getting my money.
I want to use this opportunity to say how much I hate Call.
Oh, she's really dumb and boring. Like,
I hate because Roll like even like not just like in the games and everything else has a like distinct personality and character, but Call is just the most generic robot voice, robot helper with she has no drive or anything. She's just there.
Well,
and
they don't even do anything with her being like an emotionless robot even, you know, like that's clearly what they're going for is this is a robot that doesn't have emotions or whatever, unlike the others, but they don't do anything with it. It's like they forgot to give her a personality.
There's one line in this thing where she's like, it's weird. All the robots have a hesitance to kill other robots, but not me. What's wrong? What's up with that? And then fat doctor's just like, I don't know.
Dr. White's creating a killbot?
There, see, exactly, he doesn't.
She shakes her head like, how the fuck would I know, you idiot? I fucking asked you!
Yeah, now you get, then throughout this level, you get, like, extra things. Like, you get a hover thing, and then later you get a, I forget what the other one was, but we'll find out later.
She can create a shield, she can hover, she can crawl.
But here's the thing, I have no idea what button you're supposed to use for the shield.
Oh, no?
I didn't use the shield at all, because I completely forgot I completely forgot that gave you a shield.
Methinks you're gonna die at some point during this.
I die, especially when you get to that part where you have to like float down through all the lasers. Then that gets annoying.
Is it safe to say from this point onwards, this is all your first time playing this?
Yes.
So you're trying to figure out how to kill this thing. Man.
I'm like, what do you do? I don't have a way to shoot this. So I just run headfirst.
I know, I'll run into it. That'll kill it.
I'll try spinning. That's a good trick.
You died anyway.
Well, let's see you do better, Kara. Oh, wait. You don't play shitty games. Wow.
Is that really an insult?
Yeah, Ted. I think you just complimented me.
You don't waste your
time
and
money
before,
if you have a
playing
copy,
shit,
bring it to me.
dumb fuck.
I like how this robot is too stupid to look down.
And he got stabbed by his own thing. Oh yeah, and Call, she's like, jump, holding, shoot.
Slide.
It's really bad. It's really bad.
And you just find these little guys that help you, but I don't even know what they're supposed to do.
Things like this make me wish the stretch goal of voice acting wasn't met. You wouldn't have to hear this terrible shit.
Great Caesar's ghost.
Alright, Perry White, calm the fuck down.
This whole level is really confusing because it's like you're breaking into the
I don't know what's up with that. I guess
the,
I guess Trinity's taken over the robots. I guess.
Yeah, but they're just you just want to talk to him. It's not like you're trying to break the guy out of jail. Like that would make more sense if you were trying to break him out of jail. But you're just trying to talk to him.
Leave him in here after this. All right, old man, you bye.
Now we're gonna leave the door open, but don't leave, okay?
Notices the door is open. Hey, you forgot to close the door. Come on.
He may be a psychopath, but he is nice. I don't know. I don't know what I was gonna say with that.
He may be a murdering psychopath, but he respects the honor system. Damn it.
There you go. You said it better.
But again, the storyline says that Blackwell was framed, so is he really a bad guy? There's no no clear villain.
So what you're saying is this is like that guy is like Bucky. I didn't kill those people, I swear.
I killed those other people, but you know, it wasn't my fault.
I murdered the fuck out of Dr. White's parents, don't get me wrong, but everyone else wasn't me.
Well, he killed them. He was just under mind control. Completely different.
I hate you.
It's okay, buddies. It's okay because he's Dr. Sando's best friend. So that's why we should.
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna break the illusion. I am Team Iron Man all the way in Civil War. Captain America's a fucking idiot in that movie.
Yeah.
But dude, you don't understand, all right? Bucky and Cap deserve each other, okay?
Captain America could have, with the respect everyone has for Captain America, he could have said, guys, give me 5 minutes to explain to you what's going on. He doesn't. He's just like, you know, I'm going to break him out of prison and I'm going to fight the police. I'm Iron Man. I'm Captain America. Fuck you.
Well, Iron Man's also the one who's just kind of like, I know what to do. None of you guys know what's right. Fuck you. Listen to me.
You see, maybe what makes it an interesting narrative is because both sides are wrong.
Well, no, see, the thing is, like, Iron Man does that with the government in Iron Man 2 because they're trying to take his technology. And he's like, no, you guys will fucking do fucked up shit with this. In Iron Man, in Civil War, he's like, too many people are dying because of us. There needs to be some accountability. And Captain America's like, no, it doesn't. I know what I'm doing. I'm Captain America.
Well, you know, it turns out Captain America was the one on the right anyway. So
yeah, because his name's on the poster.
He was I don't think he was in that. Although I think there's a moment in Infinity War that was like, oh, you bitched out on that plot point, fucking hacks.
Well, this always happens in movies, and this always happens in movies and comics in general. It's whenever you have like a story where it's like, oh, both sides are wrong, but then eventually it gets to a point where they're like, oh no, actually one of the sides was completely wrong.
Look, a diversion.
What was that edit?
It was a diversion. You didn't see anything. I didn't die.
Yeah, what are you talking about?
You could say that, Carol, about all of these edits. What was that edit? I don't fucking know.
I don't know.
I thought that was your whole thing with FTCR. It's like, we'll just put random stuff in our edits, and then maybe people will laugh eventually.
There is usually some kind of thought process into when we put
What's the thought process behind playing 1,000 miles piano chord for 5 hours?
What's the thought process of the plane?
That one does. The plane's just funny. The plane is just pure funny.
I demand to explain why there were velociraptors in the Sonic 06.
I think for that was just because Steven had just found like this giant photo of like green screen shit, so he was just throwing a bunch of shit in that one.
Okay, so you see, Gareth, the thing is, you just said there's a logic, and the past two things you've said is, oh, we just thought it was funny.
Yeah, that's the logic. There's humor behind it.
I knew you were going to die on here a lot.
I'm sorry, I'm not
funny.
funny.
Died again.
I knew it.
Oh.
I love instant death obstacles in these kinds of games. It's not cheap at all.
Did you use this music in part 1 or 2?
In this game.
Stefan, did you use that circus music in part 1 or 2? Because it sounds familiar.
It's
No, I
just
used
one
it
of the
in
most well-known stock pieces
Yeah.
of music of all time.
Well, yeah, I know that.
I used it in another. I used it in another LP.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, it's stock.
Ooh.
It's what is it? It's it's the circus music. I've heard I hear it a lot in Just a Pancake videos.
I have no idea what that is, so I'll just
Okay,
nod.
so Gareth, you know Mega Man. Comment, you know Mega Man 2. Are they ever as egregious with stupid spike traps like that? Where it's just you have to be so precise, otherwise you just die immediately?
The thing was, in the original Mega Man, when you took contact damage, you have an invulnerability period for, like, other attacks, but then if you touch spikes, you would still die. And from Mega Man 2 onwards, they fixed it where if you have invulnerability, spikes don't kill you.
Yeah, for like
you
a
know?
second, yeah.
And sometimes there's, like, Wily castles where you fall down a big pipe and there's spikes littered along the walls, I suppose. There's been plenty of spikes throughout the games, but I wouldn't say it's nearly that
No,
obnoxious.
I would say the only one that might come close is in Mega Man 3, the Doc Robot version of Sparkman. After you defeat the first Mega Man 2, then you have to jump down that corridor, and both sides have the spikes. And I think, and there's a section where unless you know to go straight to the left, I think a lot of people died at that. But I mean, that's the thing where. I think that's a thing where like it's after one death you can kind of correct yourself. That just looked like insanely dickish.
Still, it's a rookie mistake to me that Mighty Number 9, even with invulnerability, even with like an invincibility frame going on, spikes still kill you. I'm like, come on, that was a Mega Man 1 thing.
No, they'll fix it in Mighty Number 10. Don't you understand?
I think the only insta-kill things in this game are the electricity stuff. I don't think there's any like insta-kill spikes, at least as far as I can remember. But yeah, like the worst I can think of Mega Man is like, say, when you're underwater and you have like spikes like all over the top.
That was
so you have to like make sure you jump at the exact height.
Bubble Man stage. I think in the Wily Fortress for Mega Man 9 there was a lot of that, but it wasn't like too egregious to the point of being annoying.
Well, Mega Man 9 is all just dickish stuff.
Yeah, but it's
Mega Man 9 for sure. If I go to Wily's castle, I make sure I have one of those spike protection items because there's this one jump in Wily 2 where like you're under
I know what you're talking about because that's the point
yeah.
where I quit the game.
Yeah, because there's spikes on the ceiling, there's spikes on the floor, and you have to jump just high enough so you don't land on the spikes on the bottom, and you make it to like this one little opening. And if you don't make it, or if you jump too early or whatever, you'll bounce your head, go into the spikes. So I always have a spike protection for that one part, because I always screw that up.
Was Inafune involved with Mega Man 9 at all?
I think so.
Yeah.
Also in conjunction with NT Creates, I believe.
Yeah. So they know how to make Mega Man games.
Yeah, it's just...
Hey, 9's a great one. I like 9.
Oh, 9's my favorite.
I can't beat any of the Robot Masters in 9.
I find
too hard.
I find 9 the hard as well. But I'll say that there's a big difference between having a like team like that making a 8-bit game versus this. So like I wouldn't, I think it'd be easier for them to make a competent Mega Man game in context of making it look like a 8-bit sprite game versus having to program all this shit.
I don't think people would care so much about the game graphically if it was fun. My biggest issue with the game is the level design, not the fact that it looks like it should be on the Sega Dreamcast.
Also, I think the fact that they were harkening back to like the original Mega Man games meant that they couldn't get too complex with their level design. Because I think certain things that say some of them are modern games, like you just couldn't do on a NES. And why does this boss taking so fucking long?
Because it's the most boring boss fight in the game.
I'm like, what's the fat guy doing? Do something, you prick! Like,
what does he
Wait, how
did he get
He's
here?
just saying his
robot?
one-liners.
well, I'm like, why isn't the robot trying to... There's more of the fat guy to eat. Eat that prick! Like,
It's mechanical. It doesn't eat flesh. It eats robot flesh.
Robot flesh.
I mean, what is Dr. Fat even doing here?
Dr. Fat.
How did he fit through the pipes or the crevices? I don't know. This game.
No, because we had to go through and open the doors for him to get through.
Yeah, but why?
Dr. Fat is doing the same thing that an anime fan on prom night does. Regret their existence.
Oh.
You know what? Fair point. Fair point.
That was like not since the Ocarina of Time Whilst Thou Get the Girl Will Play Like One as a fucking advert for a video game insulted their core audience so much.
Oh, I love that trailer. The guy's just like, "Do you like awesome games that are awesome?" I'm just like, like Jesus. Can you be more out of touch?
Are you
I
a
like
gamer?
video
Do you
games.
like game high score?
Do you like Japanese games? That's good. You like Japanese animation? You're a fucking loser.
Do you like giving us money for shitty games and love this game?
I've been standing here for 2 hours. Where the fuck have you been?
More enthusiasm, Dr. White, please.
Dr. White, he walked off on the sassiest, he had his hand on his hip, shaking his back. That was the fucking sassiest walk I've ever seen.
Oh God, what is that font?
So now this is the part in the game where they try to do like a Wily Castle, where you have all the enemies from all the other levels suddenly show up,
Okay.
and you got to use all your now. This is when they actually like make you use your item, your
abilities.
like other powers. So
Yeah.
like for this one, you have to go over there and shoot that button. I think with the fire. Or
You
what-
can
what do I
use Battalion's bomb, or you can use Dynatron's electricity.
Well,
Just something that will damage it when you're far away from it.
Well, that's one
Yeah.
of the things about this game that I didn't really like is that none of the power-ups felt particularly fun to use. Which, to be fair, is a problem that some Mega Man games themselves fall into. Like, I don't find many of the power-ups in 3 to be very fun to use. For
You
example.
fucking take that back. 3 is
Oh
great
yeah,
power.
I want to use shitty metal blades or 5 guns that just
Oh,
shoot
but
straight
Magnus
forward,
is good.
exactly like the Mega Buster.
Ah, it's
Yeah,
fucking
okay.
great. It's fucking great, you piece of shit.
Oh, okay, dude, Mega Man 3, the weapons in Mega Man 3 are boring. All
No,
right?
you're boring.
Okay.
Some of them are fun.
Yeah, there's like, okay, the magnet missile's fun, but half of them are just, okay, you fire in a straight line.
The Snake Man's is fun.
Search Snake. Badass.
Search Snake, okay.
Yeah, and you got the
All
best
right.
weapon, top spin.
The top spin.
Yeah, it beats the boss.
Jack-
I never used the top spin
you
once
want-
in that game
Jack,
except for the
you want
final
helping
boss.
us?
so I'm
Shut
just like-
Look, I'm just saying that I know it's a stupid and boring opinion, and I love being the contrarian, so I wish this wasn't the case. But Mega Man 2 is the best one. I'm sorry. You
Man
have
2 's
no idea
overrated.
how much it hurts me
Again,
to agree
Ted,
with the popular
Ted,
opinion.
you may as
here.
well have just said, again, PewDiePie is the best YouTuber. Alright, Mr. Popular Opinion. Yeah, Mega Man 2's the best game ever.
No, dude, did
Mega
I?
Man 10 is the best.
I don't know. In terms, not in terms of the overall game, but in terms of weapon, in terms of power-ups and weapons and using them in context of the game, I think Mega Man 8 has really good weapons.
I've never played Mega Man 8, so I'll take your word for it. But
But Mega Man 8 is one of the only games I can think of where they made a conscious decision to really plan levels around what the weapons can do. Not all of them, but there are a handful of things where certain weapons help you like do things, and for that I appreciate Mega Man 8 more than some of the other Mega Man games.
It definitely gets like a lot of unjust hate, I think. Probably because of the voice acting, but
yeah, because it's not an 8-bit one, so that means it's
Yeah.
terrible, awful, bad.
I love it.
But that was like
My man
back
knows.
then when that was like back then when people were racist against non 8-bit stuff.
racist.
Now-
Where's the love?
Um,
Where's the love for 7?
Stefan, I don't think you used that word correctly. But okay.
I was gonna say, I don't think 8-bit games are a race.
7, I think, got a lot of hate because of people like Ego Raptor and Bruntofloss crapping on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, but
Whereas
Ted,
I don't think that, like, I've never played 7, so I don't know whether or not that game's actually good or bad.
I mean, when I was in high school, everybody played 7, so I don't know.
You know what? I'm not a fan of 7 personally. I don't think it's bad. I just think it has the kind of slight Sonic Genesis issue of like everything's too big on the screen. That I don't particularly care for 7. Nathan loves it. Nathan swears by 7.
Yeah.
Well, I can understand that problem because that's actually an issue I have with Kirby Superstar on SNES is that like Kirby takes up 30% of the screen and then another 20 is taken up by the health bar on the bottom.
Yeah.
So you must really hate Kirby Superstar Ultra.
Kirby Superstar Ultra is fine. Like it's just my big issue with Superstars is that I'd rather have one really fleshed out Kirby game as opposed to 8/8 of a game that are all different.
You know, yeah, I was thinking that the other day. I would have fucking loved a full-length Revenge of Meta Knight game.
Yeah, exactly.
That
Like,
would be
Revenge of
so
Meta Knight
badass.
and Milky Way Wishes are fantastic ideas for games, but they're like kind of half-baked because they don't get the time they need to be fully developed, unfortunately. Again, not that Superstar's a bad. If I said Superstar was a, if I said Superstar was a bad game, I'd be an actual moron, as opposed to a Gareth just calls me a moron. So you know.
It's true. It's true.
And that's why Kirby 64 is the best.
Also, this boss is weak to Cryo's weapon.
It is. I didn't know.
How-
I just went with the explosion because the explosion did a lot of damage.
Pizza. Oh, it's making me hungry
I
now.
love
Jesus.
pizza.
You see, it wouldn't be so bad if it didn't look like crappy cafeteria pizza or ski lodge pizza. You know, if it looked like good pizza, then I wouldn't feel so bad about it.
What's wrong with Ski Lodge pizza?
It's the same as cafeteria pizza, which is awful.
You're right. It needs to look like Little Caesars. I agree.
Caesars.
I've never had Little Caesars.
It's alright.
It's
For
$6.
$5.
Pretty cheesy.
It's $6. You get what you pay for.
Is it better than Pizza Hut?
You know what? I do not care for American Pizza Hut. I think the crust is far too greasy. So,
I
is
do
there-
not
for me,
like.
For me,
I
yeah,
don't
would
like.
think so.
I don't like Pizza Hut, but I've also never had UK Pizza Hut, so I don't know if that's better or not.
Y'all have never had deep dish pizza.
Yes, I have,
that?
but that's not real pizza. so
Excuse me.
Hey, it's real pizza.
Excuse me.
No, it's not,
It's
Caro.
like
If it was
gooey.
real
Yes, it
pizza,
It is real pizza.
if it was real pizza, then we would call deep dish pizza pizza. But no, we call it deep dish pizza, implying that it is a derivative of pizza.
Ted, you are not allowed to come to Chicago.
It's good to me.
No,
It's like cheesy and thick. It's extra thick.
Chicago
shit.
deep dish is good, but it's not as good as New York pizza. I think we can all agree on that.
No, Chicago deep dish is definitely better than New York pizza.
Oh,
New York pizza's
you
New
I
York
need to have a-
pizza is floppy and thin and like it always cheese always falls
So's your
over.
dick.
At least the thin pizzas I've had in New York.
You've never been to New York.
I
You've
went to
only
New-
been
okay,
to
I went
fake
to
New
New York
York.
once, like 7 years ago.
Exactly. You were like
And the-
7 then.
And the
Shut up.
pizza. What?
You were like 7 then. What do you know?
Oh, Carol, I can't believe you just turned 15. Congrats.
14. Number 1, 14. Number 2.
Skux.
Caro, do you eat pineapple deep dish pizza?
Fuck
Yeah.
Oh,
no.
pineapple
you
pizza.
are-
Yeah.
I haven't tried that,
Get
but that
outta
sounds
here.
good.
Ultimate combination.
Why? Who eat again? What the? It's like the first person to put pineapple on a pizza is the same thing as the first person who tried milking a cow. What the fuck were you thinking?
I'll say it right now, they were geniuses.
Maybe they wanted to make their pizza healthier, you know.
Then don't eat fucking pizza. Like put some pineapple on a pizza won't magically make it healthy.
I will defend my pineapple pizza.
No, I'm with you.
Yeah.
Pineapple pizza's
You
great.
get offended, but it doesn't make it healthy.
You don't
I
know
don't
that.
care.
Though, pizza is like 80% healthy stuff. It's like, okay, cheese, bread, tomatoes. Those are all healthy
you think cheese
in
and
isolation.
bread are healthy, Ted?
Yeah, they
Jesus
got like
Christ.
nutrients and crap.
Cheese is the food pyramid.
How about whole wheat
exist.
pizza?
That's amazing. You think cheese is healthy? That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life.
Cheese and milk and yogurt. Those are dairy products.
Yeah,
Unless you're
dairy
lactose
is good for
intolerant.
you.
Yeah, dairy is
It
healthy.
depends
for
on what
the
they
teeth
do
and
to it.
bones.
Okay, Ted, you eat
Okay.
Ted, you eat nothing but pizza. You do a supersized meal with pizza and see how healthy you are after a month.
Well, okay, of course you're going to be unhealthy if you eat the same thing every day, Gareth.
Okay. Who here
Should've
actually?
ordered the cheese
okay,
pizza.
who here actually likes pineapple on
I do.
pizza?
And we're right.
Good, Jack. I love you. Good.
Wait, then Jack, how
Good.
come last month when we went to that Chicago place in Columbus, you didn't get no pineapple on it?
I didn't know they didn't have. I didn't fucking know if they had it. It's in
That
Ohio.
place, of course they're gonna have pineapple on it. You
How was I supposed to know that?
Gareth, come visit me and Jack in Chicago. We'll take you out to some delicious pineapple deep dish pizza.
I will take that pizza and throw it on the floor.
And I will eat it off the
Gareth,
floor.
this country
I have
has
low
a
standards.
gigantic waste problem with food, and you're only contributing to it.
But you know what? Because people shouldn't eat, I am doing a public service by throwing away dangerous food. But no, it's real talk. I've been meaning to go back to Chicago for years. I want to go back there, get some authentic Chicago pizza. It's not as good as New York, but it ain't too bad.
And then you can go to the arcade.
What arcade?
Galp.
They have like
Oh,
this.
yeah.
They have this, Galloping Ghost, which has
dude.
like every game. They have Sega Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yeah.
there.
Nice. Last time I went to
cool.
Last time I went to Chicago, I met up with Maria, Miss Dragon Ball Z babe, and she took me to this giant like Asian like mall.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
I've been there with
Mitsuwa.
Maria before. It's beautiful.
Oh, it's so good.
You know, Chicago is only like a 5-hour drive. I should plan a weekend and go down there.
Psst, come next month.
yeah, we're
I'm not sure if I can do it next month, but at some point I will make it my thing. See if I can coerce TJ or someone to go down to Chicago for a weekend, maybe.
Watch me get my expensive sheet of paper.
Oh, is it? They're made of wood. They're made of wood. Well, me and Chris, wait. So what, are you? Oh yeah, you're graduating. You graduating next month? What date?
June 9th.
This video will probably be up by the time you're graduated.
Carol, you are graduating on the day the channel this video is going on, the FTCR YouTube channel, turns 11 years old.
Oh my
Oh.
god.
That's so fitting.
Gareth, how does it feel to know that you have viewers who are younger than your channel?
I would say we can't have that because you have to be 13 to use YouTube.
No, you have to
Part
be
of the
13 to
challenge.
have a YouTube. Okay, Gareth, first off, you have never lied about your age on the internet once?
No, Ted, because unlike you, my parents raised me right.
Once I see that thing that asks me how old I am, I tell it the truth. goddammit.
And they say, you're fucking too old for this site, nerd.
Born 1990.
Sometimes,
February 3rd, 1990. That's what I always
sometimes I
do.
like to just fuck around
Why
and say
February 3rd?
Because 2-3.
Sometimes I just like to mess around and just say I was born in 1910.
That's
It's an easy one to put down,
Oh,
but it's also
dude,
not
I just go all the
completely-
way up. I do January 1st, 1900, which is
know what's
usually
weird,
the
though? So,
oldest
like-
it goes.
I love the options with that. If they have like the date goes back to like the 1800s. Who the fuck is still alive that old? And who the fuck's gonna be making a YouTube account? I'm like,
Gareth, you just don't understand. The people who watch the most porn are obviously 100.
the old.
Look, we gotta do something for Captain America. Okay?
oh.
We put it on the list.
You know, I love it because if you see Captain America in like foreign countries, like they altered the list to like be more culturally relevant for those countries, but in some of them, it's like the writing is obviously in a language. So I'm thinking like Japan is written in Japanese, so I know like it's dubbed for different countries, but in context of the universe, it's like, why is Captain America writing in Japanese for? That don't make any sense.
Because the first thing that Captain America sees when he comes back from being in the ice is an episode of Love Live, and he's just
God.
obsessed.
Oh no!
Ted,
Captain America is just like Stanley from The Office. Captain America recognizes that hentai is art.
You see, Captain America is the best member of the Avengers because he doesn't kink shame you. All right, that's why.
No, but he does tell you not to swear.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. He doesn't want to hear about it. But if he hears about the kind of tentacle crap that you're into, he's going to be like, okay, that's your business. I don't need to know anything about it, though.
That's
all right?
also out of character, because in the first Avengers, he says bastard. So it's like, you fucking, you hypocritical piece of shit, Captain America, I'm glad you were dead for 50 years.
To be fair, doesn't at the end of Age of Ultron, he says "son of a bitch,"
Yeah.
and then Nick Fury's like, "You kissed that mother with you kissed your mother with that?"
No,
knife?"
Nick, she's fucking dead, you fucking insensitive piece of shit. Everyone I know is fucking dead.
No, not Peggy Carter. She's just got dementia.
Oh, Jesus.
And then she died. And then she died later.
What a way to
Ted.
end this part, Ted. Jesus fucking Christ.
What the fuck?
It's so fucking dark.
Holy shit.
Oh, Dad, you're too good for this film.
Really?
Actually, no, you're not. No, you're not. No. Get out of here with the ukulele shit.
Okay, you know what? You shut your mouth, okay?
Ukulele's a bad
That's
game,
a good
Ted.
game. I want to hear it from
Oh, you know what? I think because we're skipping it this year, but maybe next year or at MomoCon next year if we end up going, we need the great ukulele debate. It's just Ted on one side, TJ on the other, and TJ just beats Ted to death with a crowbar.
Okay, you don't understand, though. TJ is terrible at arguing, so I'd win.
TJ is also bad at most video games, so yeah, I wouldn't put too much stock in that either.
I'm gonna order me some pizza.
Make sure it's pineapple.